What up? Oh, hey! Welcome to another Ramble Radio. Welcome to another Ramble Radio. How hard are those dicks? How wet are those poo nannies? How hard are those dicks? How hard? How wet are them poo nannies? Ooh, how greased up are those buttholes? Come on. Greatest DJ ever if someone did that at a nightclub.
Oh, yeah.
How greased up are those buttholes? At a bar mitzvah. At a bar mitzvah. How greased up are those assholes?
Which one? Bar mitzvahs for the boys, bat mitzvahs
for the ladies, I think. I think.
More fucked up at a bot mitzvah? Or bar
way
mitzvah?
More fucked up at the bat mitzvah, yes. Yeah. You don't want to hear that at a bat
mitzvah. But at Quinceañera, not so much. You're expected.
You better say it. You better. I mean, I remember for my, three of my cousins, their quinceañeras, the DJ was given explicit instructions.
Yeah, you guys don't have a conga line. You have a train.
No, exactly. And you better fucking say, how greased up are those assholes? That's we are. Or you're going to have trouble, pal. That's how it was handed down. Or pal, you're going to be in a world of hurt. There it is. Now, you think it's just you and I here for this this telling, Eddie. This telling of the Ramble Radio, which I think is 367. If you can believe that. If you can believe that, 367. It is just you and I. Cody has a screening, he said. He had to go to a screening of the new screening of the new Bradley Cooper movie, the one where he plays the maestro.
Where he's got the famous composer. The big fake nose on, right?
I think was that the one. Maybe it's the
I think so.
Maestro, the new Bradley Cooper movie, and so Cody's going to a screening.
You got some hot water for that.
We know what's really going on.
Throwing that vermin line into old DT speech.
That's what it was.
That's vintage Cody.
That's vintage Cody, and I think now, back in the day, he was celebrated for it. Now they're going to have to try to backpedal, and I think that's why he's really gone. Is the vermin line really that didn't help
a little much?
And that's. In a way, I'm sick of everyone saying it's Trump saying all this. Can we give credit to our guy Cody for writing all these speeches?
Maybe put us on the map a little bit. We're the ones who,
Maybe put Cody up there.
Right? Maybe get our numbers up. Maybe we can start.
Do you realize how fucked this country would be if Trump wasn't a moron? Could you imagine if he wasn't just a flaming fucking pile of shit idiot? Imagine.
If he wasn't just solely a empty egomaniac, narcissist,
and dumb, a dumb empty egomaniac narcissist, we'd be fucking screwed.
If he was Grand Admiral Thrawn, we'd be fucked.
Oh my God, yes,
we would be absolutely fucked.
Nothing left.
Except he's blue, the other one's orange.
Yes, and I guess blue beats orange.
We'd be so fucked.
You know, Eddie, I don't know if you knew this. You can email a ramble at theramblepod.com. Twitter at Podcast Ramble, the number 1, Eddie. We're on Instagram at Podcast Ramble. We really need to do more on those platforms.
We probably need to do. We're terrible at podcasting, except for actual podcasting.
Yes, this part we have down pat. Do you know how hard it is just to even upload this for us?
Do
you know how difficult that is? Do you know how many times?
Journey.
Do you know how many times I've hit you up at
there's a fellowship involved. It's a journey. Yeah.
How many times have I hit you up and go, oh, at 11:45, and I go, oh, dude, I forgot to get the audio to post.
Send me the audio, bud.
Could you send me the audio?
How many times have we attempted to post videos on the social medias and we do it for a week and a half and then both of us lose interest?
We lose interest. We just stop caring because we got to fix it. But see, the thing is, every other podcast where they do the videos, they're all just like fucking rich kids. Like their parents are rich, and so they can afford those $1,000 4-camera shoots.
They got somebody editing the thing in real time, back and forth.
Right. They're all in the same room, and that's what makes it easier to do the reels. You can't do a reel with the way we film this right now.
No.
Or else it would just be dead down the middle and we'd be cut out of it.
Just be our shoulders.
It'll be our shoulders. So that kind of kills that. So
Unless we can figure out a way to take my box and stack it on top of your box, and then it would be in the real format, right?
Couldn't we? Stack
Maybe
those boxes. Oh, now we're talking.
All right, let's get down to the
wait. We can't talk sexy talk. We can't talk.
Well, I know,
box
but the people.
No, that doesn't do it. That didn't do it. I
Stack
saw
the
that.
box.
Does that stack the box? To stack the box, baby. Stack the box. No. Well, I got to know.
Oh.
Whoa. We got to fix that. If we're stacking the boxes. There's so much breast.
Oh,
there's so much breast. There is so much brass tack.
So much brass tacks and so little time to do it.
So much brass tack. So little time. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Cody hit me up saying, "My God, Marvel sucked." And I was like, "What were you watching?"
He really said that?
Yes. I was like, "What were you watching?" He was like,
why did he say it sucked?
All he said was this. All right, I don't want to leave this open because I don't want to turn this into a dogpiling of the poor guy. But
I know
it's gonna happen. You ready?
Yeah. Let me lay it on me.
It's gonna hold on.
I just can't wrap my head around why someone would think it sucked.
This is all he had, so I'm
okay.
I'm thinking he's being biased here.
Okay.
The scene in that singing planet is maybe the worst thing I've ever seen in a Marvel movie. And the cat's eating people with memory playing. Woof. That was it. That was his only.
I enjoyed the cats eating people.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought the cats eating people was the kittens. I thought that was hilarious. Especially with the midnight, not a sound from the day. Thought that was fucking great. There it is. That was it. That was his only critique. Two things. I didn't even mind the singing planet.
I didn't mind the singing planet thing. And then when she's like he can talk, and then Captain Marvel goes, "Oh, he's bilingual." I thought that was fucking funny.
I thought it was a perfect, lighthearted science fiction film, which there aren't really enough of these days. You know, most sites, and then, sorry, critics. Sorry, I'm not going to name him. I'm not going to say Cody. Sorry,
name the
critics. Sorry, it wasn't Ryan Gosling walking through sepia tones for 4 hours like that piece of shit Blade Runner movie that went nowhere and was unwatchably boring and stupid. Sorry, it wasn't just Ryan Gosling walking through dirt for 5 fucking hours.
I got Marvel fatigue. I got superhero fatigue.
Fuck, Daddy. Here's the thing, though. I'm never gonna have the fatigue because I love it, and it's like, and I get it if you don't love it, but
don't love it. It's fine.
I think you have to understand where the fandom is, where the excitement comes from. Because I'll say this about Marvel fatigue, okay? You can say it's just the same thing, right?
Okay.
Right?
You can say that. I don't agree, but you can say
I don't agree, but people, but like when you talk about something, and I'm not knocking this because it doesn't fatigue me because I love it. But if anything should fatigue, if there's any whatever, I don't know what you'd say, fictional property or any form of entertainment that should fatigue the viewers, it's professional wrestling. Nothing new has happened in pro wrestling for over 80 years. Nothing. There's no new storylines you can invent. I think the last innovation in pro wrestling was, okay, let's have all the refs come out and try to stop the rampaging villain. Like, that's it. And that there's nothing new there. But
I honestly think the latest, the newest trend in wrestling, but this is still now 20-some years old, is pulling back the ownership and showing McMahon own the thing and not having a fake president.
That was it. That was the last thing, was they killed kayfabe.
Was blurring the lines between kayfabe and reality.
That was like their break glass in case of fire.
And that was it. And it worked like a charm.
Because their ratings were plummeting, and it shot up through the roof because now Stone Cold was fighting his boss every night.
And everyone can relate to hating their boss.
Yes. And it was, but that was it. But I still love it. I'm still gonna go back. I'm still gonna watch
Same.
because I love it. And they had nothing in. And I'll tell you this: nothing in the Marvel universe has come out that's made me go, "That was a hunk of shit." I've not seen one thing, and even as much
not
as
everything's been great, but I
No.
haven't walked out of theater going, oh God.
I think the only superhero movie I left the theater going, oh God, was Flash, the newest Flash. That was it. That was the only one I walked out of the theater going, God damn, that sucked. That was it.
Yeah. Just because, more so because of like, oh, you missed so many opportunities here to make this a good film.
Right. Wonder Woman 84 was not good, but Black Adam sucked, but it had a few moments. The first Wonder Woman I thought was really good.
Same.
You know, there's
same.
I don't understand. I really think, and now critics notwithstanding, because they have a job to do. They have to go tell you how great boring movies are. That's what they have. They have to go.
Their existence.
Their job is to Kellyanne Conway boring shit.
That's a 5.5 hour movie.
Right. They have to sit there and convince you that some fucking.
And then tell you how shitty fun movies are.
And tell you you're wrong for having a good time at the theater. How fuck you. How dare you have a good time?
Like the whole Marvel fatigue thing is just trendy now to say it. It's just cool. Like, oh yeah, I got Marvel fatigue.
That's all. I don't even have a TV. Go eat a bag.
We're not
shit.
TV people.
No one thinks you're cool because you have Marvel. Like if that was like the thing that's the problem with nerddom. And I really mean this. That's the problem with fandom and geeks. Everyone is afraid to geek out. They're just afraid for some reason.
Well, the moment they do, they look around like, oh no, that wasn't.
You and we ain't afraid. Fatigue. You and I lost our shit at Marvel's, and we didn't. Care
I almost mid-credit scene. I almost jumped over the row in front of me.
And I remember during I saw Last Jedi. I think you and I were some of the few people that out loud when Ren and Rey team up, we were both like,
when that lightsaber cut Snoke in two, we were looking at each other like,
we were like, what?
Right. I had your penis in my hand.
We were
we were
doing the Trump dance. We were doing the Trump dance. Dude, I saw Last Jedi like 4 days later with my buddy Andrew DeWitt.
Yeah.
And it still hit. He had never seen it. And when Snoke gets killed, and I remember Andrew and he looked at me like, what the fuck? And he jumped up and we were both like, fuck yes. Like it was.
Yeah. And then Trump dance.
Trump. But like all these other, like, I don't understand. Like there's all these like quote unquote nerd influencers or wannabe nerd influencers who they could never just geek out. It was always like, oh, Infinity War, while flawed, was still a lot of fun. Like, go eat a bag of shit. Go fuck your mother, flawed. You're fucking, you know what's flawed? Your mother's fucking pussy. That's what's flawed. That's
came out of it. That's why.
You came out of it. But it's still
flawed it up.
I'll still lick that shit till she fucking passes out. But
they just want to sound cool. It's just cool thing for
we're nerds. We're not cool.
Just enjoy it, man. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Enjoy it.
And by the way, that's a title. I'll lick that shit till she passes.
I'll lick that shit.
But I mean, like, and we're not saying you have to enjoy everything. But if this is something that you love, I love when something hits you the way it hits you when you're 4, 5, 6. And you're in for life.
Yeah.
For me, it was professional wrestling. It was my dad taking me to see the Von Erichs at the Sportatorium. Dude, Eddie, I have zero to no memory of this, but vague. Dude, I saw David Von Erich. I mean, that's something I'll never forget him with the fucking yellow trunks that had Texas on and him doing the sign for the claw. And everybody going absolutely crazy. And the time before my dad took me, the first time he ever took me, I saw Kamala. And I remember telling you this. I've told this story before. It was mid card. I was like 4 or 5. I had no idea that there was. I thought it was all real.
Yeah, he thought he was an actual headhunter.
I didn't think there was comic relief. I thought these were men doing battle with each other. And dude, he was beating the shit out of 3 dudes at once. And I remember being mortified. I looked at my dad and I begged him to take us home because I was like, if this guy gets loose, who can stop him? That's what
we're so close to death.
We're all dead. We're all dead. We're all dead. And so. And he did it. He was like, oh, he could have easily just killed it and be like, oh, look, it's all bullshit, dude. Like, this is
He's like, no, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Okay, all right. He's a dangerous guy. And that now I've never not loved pro wrestling, right? That was even before Hogan slamming Andre. That was just the extra icing. Hogan snapping the handcuffs into at Reunion Arena in Dallas was just the extra icing. Star Wars, nothing will ever top that feeling I got when I saw Star Wars, Indiana Jones, E.T., Star Trek 2, fucking
Superman,
Back to the Future, Superman, the first Batman. I think it was my 5th birthday. My buddy Paul Renfro from elementary school gave me I didn't understand what it was. It was it was a present, and I thought it was a bunch of magazines. I was like, why is he giving me magazines? I thought that was weird. I opened it up and it was all reprints of X-Men issues.
Ooh.
And the first one I ever fucking read, was when the Hellfire Club kidnaps Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
And I start on the next issue when the X-Men go to Springer. Wolverine gets taken out first, then they all get taken out, and then the very end, Wolverine pops up from the sewers. Where do you go? How do you not love this with every fiber of your being after that?
I know.
And then I'm just like, and even when something sucks, and I'll admit, Obi-Wan, I thought fucking sucked. If they said tomorrow, everyone who was involved with Obi-Wan,
we're bringing them all back.
We're all coming back for season 2.
You're going to watch.
I'm in. What do you got? I'm in. Dude, the prequels were fucking awful movies, but each one had one moment or two. Okay, I'm in. And it happens all the time. There's probably never been a WrestleMania where every match hit. You know what I mean? But you still are like, I had a good time. I'm still, I'll come back for more. I don't know.
Yeah, that Brooklyn Brawler Coco Beware match never lit anyone's hair on fire.
It was, what was it? Haku versus Hercules in WrestleMania 5.
No one gives a shit.
No one gave a shit. Rugged Ronnie Garvin, and who was the other guy? Dino Bravo. Remember when Rugged Ronnie Garvin did the stomp on Frenchie Martin? Remember that? It was what a waste of time. What are we doing?
But I didn't go, I got wrestling fatigue. I'm going to stop watching.
I guess I can't ever watch this again. Because 20 minutes later, you had Hogan Macho Man.
The Marvels was a fun movie. I had fun watching it.
So much fun. It was so much fucking fun. I can't wait to see it again. I thought the director, I forgot her name, but she was so good with the action scenes where they're just flipping in and out of each other.
Great action sequence.
So fucking good. And then just funny as shit. The girl who's Miss Marvel, I really wonder if now, I don't know, because the incels are going to incel, but
yeah, of course they are.
If they give her a chance, she could be the Downey Jr. of this next whole thing.
Dude, she's forming probably the Young Avengers.
Right. And she's so charismatic. Everything she does, she's just great at everything she does in this. Like Stark, she's completely owned the character.
Yeah.
Just completely. I know.
You can't separate her from the comic book version.
It's
hard.
It's incredible. And I thought, I really loved the way Brie Larson played Danvers, because she is like cold and distant because her best friend is gone. Her relationship with her niece, who's basically her stepdaughter, is gone.
The guilt of destroying a planet.
She has the guilt of destroying a planet. So she's like, I just need to be in outer space in the middle of fucking nowhere. And if somebody needs me, I'll come back. And I thought and that's what made, I think, her character, if Cody were here, I would say that's what made that scene all the more interesting, is I thought it was fascinating that someone who you think is just like this soulless, brooding person actually goes and marries a guy who lives on a planet where everyone has to sing to communicate.
Right.
I thought that was just like what that makes me want to see a whole nother. What led her to do that? Like
Right.
it just. I thought it was just. I thought Marvels was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that was great.
And
I loved it.
And holy shit, I could not have been more wrong about that being Rogue at the end. I was like John Goodman picking up Lebowski in the big. He walks. I've never been more sure of anything.
Well, yeah, him and then Obi. You thought was the Beyonder.
I did. That could still be in play. That could still be in play. But
I mean, going to Loki too. I think Loki has become the Beyonder. If they're going to have a Beyonder, I think it's Loki now.
The fact that he has become Yggdrasil, basically. And I love the idea that, like in the Norse mythology, all the timelines, everything is now a tree. He is the world tree now. And I think that's fascinating. And
does he not now take place the Beyonder in the Secret Wars story? He's now a guy who can pull from all over the multiverse and create a battle world and have everyone battle for a sacred timeline or whatever it's going to be. I don't know. He just seems like it could work. I don't know.
I think it would work, although I don't see him becoming a villainous Beyonder, if that makes sense. Because the Beyonder was kind of a villain, right? Like I think if he is doing this this is the only way to stop what's coming with all the Kangs.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I hope that's the case. If that's him, this is Beyonder. And then Anthony, too cool for school, Flores dropped a doozy. Okay. What if Ravonna Renslayer is a female variant of Kang? What if she's the Sylvie of Kang?
And is that thing coming to get her at the end of Loki season 2? All you see is purple light on her.
Is that her birthright coming to get her? Is that some kind of other failsafe that she left for herself at the end of time? Before she was brainwashed, before her memory. You know what I mean? Is that one of those things that just the minute she shows up, that thing knows to go and zap her memory back, and here's your suit. Go have fun.
Oh.
You know, that would be fucking.
And that gives us a Jonathan Majors out if we want to take it.
It absolutely does, if it needs to happen. And because she was a great actress, and that would be, I would be all about that. How fucking cool would that be? If it's just like that fail, but. So yeah,
it'd be cool if I didn't have Marvel fatigue.
Oh, let me guess. He's running low on energy, so he's gonna tag in his partner. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then something fun.
Oh wait, he did his finisher 4 minutes into the match. Let me guess, he's gonna kick out.
It's not gonna work. Oh, the referee got knocked out? Let me guess. Someone's going to interfere. Yeah. That's why this is Marvel's did the exact opposite of giving me Marvel fatigue. It reinvigorated.
Dude, I'm so now excited for the next phase coming.
And I can't I wouldn't even I've enjoyed everything everyone said was terrible. I'm trying to think of what I actually thought was my least favorite Marvel movie since Endgame. Right? Since Endgame, I guess it would be Thor Love and Thunder would be my least favorite.
If I had to rank them, I guess.
But I still enjoyed it. It was not nearly as good as
I didn't walk out there going,
that was Marvel fatigue.
I was like, oh, it was okay. I think they cut out. I think it seems like they cut out a bunch of cool stuff.
Right.
That's what it seemed like.
That's what it but I still haven't seen the stinker yet. And it definitely ain't fucking Marvels. Now Marvels is probably going to tank because everyone's already decided it sucks before it comes out because of the incels and the review bombs. And like there was a guy who was talking shit, said, yeah, I had my Make Marvel Male, MALE again shirt at the Marvel premiere. Like, why? What do you give a fuck? Do you need to
small dick fuckwad?
Do you need to jerk off to gay porn that bad that you can only see men go around and be heroes? Like, just to tell your whole fit, come out.
Have you read comic books? Because there's quite a few female superheroes.
You'll be a much more interesting, cooler person if you just admit you're into dudes. And that's why you're so mad at these women on screen. You would be a much more interesting, cooler person if you just did that. But here we go.
Unfortunately, we have some contractual obligations.
We don't even have Skeletor fatigue.
No. And
if anyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Skeletor.
Oh,
We were just talking about Marvel fatigue and how some people are tired of
yeah.
being entertained.
Yep.
Do you ever have sort of an entertainment fatigue?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me. I'm not sure it's entertainment. Well, it's entertaining for me, but it also covers a lot of other bases too. I'm just thinking, are you familiar with Merman? Are you familiar with the
Yes. Yes.
the individual merman that's on
Yes.
the? Okay, well, there's a thing we do where I'll have him. I'll say, buddy, big guy, go swim. Okay, I want you to swim with your mouth open. All right, then after you swam for like 5 minutes, I want you to come back up, okay? And then I want you to stick my balls right in your mouth with all that water. You gargle. Just gargle, gargle, gargle like crazy with my nuts in that water. And I love it. I think he might have fatigue from it sometimes. Because he might, as a few times he's complained. But I can't imagine it's. I think the only complaining is it's too much of a good thing for him to have my sack in his mouth. You understand? But that's all I can think of, Eddie. That's the only thing as far as some kind of a fatigue.
Okay.
That's all I can think of. And of course, by the way, a tip: if anyone is in Eternia and you come to my place, come to Snake Mountain. Okay, all right. All you got to do is just you let me jizz on your face, and then you're in the door, and then I will let you do this. I will call Merman, and he will go swim around and then gargle your nuts. How about that, huh? And I'll give you the extra special place. There's only one swamp in Eternia where he gets the best, water, salt water to gargle those nuts in, and that's inside of He-Man's mother's pussy. The big man, right back at it.
Yeah.
Number one.
All right.
But you didn't see that coming.
Nope. All right. Send us up, Cody. Let's get him up on the Rotten Tomatoes.
We got to fix a lot. Crocodile.
Yeah,
Dundee
so
2,
much to be fixed. And then
Cody wrote that for me, by the way. You talk about him writing speeches. That was one for me.
Okay.
Sure.
Ralph Report 5 days a week. Patreon.com. Ramble Radio Tuesdays, Fridays. Ramble Radio Wednesday. Or Ramble on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yep. That's it. And you can find me at the same Ramble places. You can find Eddie and Cody. I'm also streaming on Kick at Retro Rocha, on Twitch at Retro Rocha, and on YouTube, just my name. So you know where to find us. You know where to love us. I hope you don't have a good ramble for things.
Ramble fatigue.
The Blade Runner when he just walks and walks and walks. Oh,
it's so cinematic.
Dude, every time Ryan Gosling, they should recut that Blade Runner movie, and every time he's walking for 5 minutes in the middle of nowhere, they should just play bumpy, bumpy, dumpy, dumpy, bumpy. But that would be so much better. Anyway, we love you all. Right. You know where to find us. Stay safe. Find us, love us, subscribe, 5-star rating, positive text review. Eddie, we have to leave on one thing. I'm sorry to do this. I have to give credit where credit is due. We have a new champion in the positive text reviews. Nico Monkey says
Nico's back.
Nico's
two-time.
Two-time. Skeletor 2024. That's it, fam. This is the end of the line. You want to listen to the Ramble. Why? Maybe you get amorous at family musicals. Maybe you pick your nose with a back scratcher. Maybe the thought of cats running a multi-million-dollar podcast empire makes you salty. Maybe you're wondering if these losers ever finish the Stall of Fame. Maybe you, just like Vern Lundquist or Ultra Magnus. Don't matter. Get your alt-white wing Cody loving buns in here. Thank you, Nico Monkey. Keep those 5-star ratings coming. Keep those positive text reviews coming. Subscribe. It matters. We love you all. Stay safe, everyone.
Bye.